What is up, guys? Today we're going to be doing top 10 worst sodas I've ever had video, and this, believe it or not, was inspired by... I'm going to give Legoguy01 a shout out. He actually inspired me to make this video, because he did it himself about maybe 2 months ago, and no, I'm not stealing the idea, I'm just saying that he did. Inspired me to make it, and he's a really good friend of mine. I've seen him in 3 years. It's Avery's graduation party, but we message each other on like social media a lot, and that we hope to meet him up in person sometime, and he gave me the idea to, redo this, so I'm gonna give him a shout out, and yeah, let's get into this now. I'm just gonna say that number 10 through 8 really aren't that bad, they're just, I mean, it's nothing I like them by any means, but they're not as bad as, 7 and beyond. So, let's start number 10. Now, this is one I had relatively recently. I only had it once, and, I gave it a 3 out of 5, but, now I'm thinking about, a 2 more suitable. This was just not good. Coca-Cola Cherry Energy. So, what I really didn't like about this one was that the energy, and this is the only one of the Coke energies I had, and I don't, based on how I felt about this one, I'm not trying on any of the others. It's like the energy drink flavor with the Coke flavor, that just made it taste freaking weird. I didn't like it. It almost tastes like mouthwash in my opinion. This left a really bitter taste. It left like a diet aftertaste, and it was just weird. I did not care for it. No interest in trying the original flavor, and certainly no interest in trying the zero sugar flavor. It sounds even worse. So, I mean, yeah, I was definitely really disappointed with this because I love Cherry Coke. It's my favorite Coke. Actually, that tried with Cherry Vanilla, because I tried Cherry Vanilla recently, and that was actually, I think I find that hurt better than Cherry Coke, but, yeah, seeing how big of a Cherry Cola fan I am, this was definitely a letdown. I was about to love it, actually, and I didn't. I paid, $4 for this, because I got it from my school. But, definitely ridiculous compared to, other, so, Coke, Dr. Pepper, Cherry Coke, Vanilla Coke, that's reasonable price. This, no. But yeah, this video's not about that, but, I just did not like it. It was just very, ugh. It tasted really bitter in my opinion. It's just not, I didn't care for it. It's not something I have again. Number 9. This is one that's been discontinued for this early 2016. I haven't had it since 2015, but I just remember not really liking it. Mountain Dew Game Fuel Blurry Lime. Now, this one's up for debate because I've actually heard that the freeze at Speedway is pretty good. I've heard it from some people that didn't like the flavor. Now, I did go to a Speedway in Fort Lee when I was with Avery on his birthday, which was, another lit day I was with him. But I did not, unfortunately, find the freeze. I think I got Mountain Dew Cyclone instead because I didn't have the freeze. I didn't think Mountain Dew Cyclone was a great person, but not enough to make this list. But this, I just like the sourness. I didn't like it because of how sour it was. It just seemed very weird in my opinion. It seemed very, very different, which, I mean, different's not always a bad thing, but, in this case, it was just, yeah. I think, the sour taste was what absolutely killed it. And, it left kind of a bitter aftertaste also. I don't really remember that much of this, cause I can't really explain this one real well, because I had it so long ago, but, I just don't remember liking it. It's just cherry, obviously, is the way to go. Number 8. Now, I said that was the worst game fuel I ever had for a while, but this one changed my mind. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 when I reviewed it, but now I'm thinking about it. No. Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel Charged Cherry Burst. That's a mouthful. Let's just call it Cherry Game Fuel to make it simpler. But yeah, this was absolute trash. This tasted like medicine, in my opinion. Literally, if I had a blindfold on and I had, if you medicine in one cup and this in the other, honestly, the only way I'd be able to tell the difference is this one has carbonation. But this was just a big letdown because I heard a new Cherry Game was coming. I'm like, oh yay, man, this tastes similar to just cherry. Ooh, nowhere close. And this tasted a bit watered down. It also tasted a little bit watered down, and damn Game Fuel's I feel like there's just the formula they used to make them is just not good. I wasn't even a big fan of that. I mean, the tropical one wasn't terrible. Surely not to make this list, but even that didn't blow me away, which was disappointing because I love tropical flavors. But this cherry. This cherry one tastes like cherry medicine, and it's just not. I do not care. I can really, really care less for this one. And care less if they discontinue it. I'm probably not gonna have it again. And like, yeah, it was pretty terrible, in my opinion. But I only had it once, and like, I have no plans to have it again. It was definitely a letdown. Number 7, I don't have a can of this in my collection, but it's Kickstarter Blurry Pomegranate. Now, reviews on this one are relatively mixed. Some like it, some absolutely hate it, like me and Legoguy01. I think we're really the only ones that hate it. Avery, I remember, hated it at one point too, but now he doesn't mind it. But like, I had it once in my former high school, and that was disgusting. They were selling at the cafeteria. I decided to buy one. It was terrible. It tasted like even stronger voltage, and like the pomegranate aftertaste was, oh, I felt like puking after that. And I think I had a sip of it at 7-Eleven once, just because I wanted to give it another try. I mean, a sip of it doesn't really count though, but even that was not good. And like, yeah, I mean, I'm not even a blueberry fan at all, but like, with blueberry soda was just a failure in my opinion. And I mean, I don't even know if it's selling well. I'm not gonna be surprised to discontinue it, but like, yeah, it was just not good. Number 6 is a tie. Now I only have one of these in my collection. Tie between Diet Sunkist Orange and Diet Mountain Dew. Now, I know I gave Diet Mountain Dew a 2 out of 5, I think, when I reviewed it, but I had a bad stomachache after I last had this, so I think that was a little bit generous. And don't ask why it's all destroyed. I honestly don't remember, but like, yeah, the Walking Dead promotion. That's really the only reason I kept this, piece of crap. And Diet Sunkist Orange. Now that one I haven't had in like 4 years at least, but I had that at my friend's New Year's Eve party, and oh my god, I'm not even a fan of regular Sunkist, but the Diet one was just so bad. That aftertaste lingered for like a good 15, if not more, minutes. Like, it was awful. It tasted really. I mean, regular Sunkist is watered down, but like the Diet one, it literally almost tastes like you're drinking seltzer water. And like the artificial sweetener that they put in there, or the artificial sweeteners they put in there, to make it absolutely awful. And like that, how long the aftertaste lingered also was kind of bad. And Diet Mountain Dew will, plain and simple, the sugar is what makes Mountain Dew good. So if you take out the sugar, that completely ruins it. And so, yeah, this left a really bad aftertaste also. Like, it kind of tastes like Throwback, but like with the aftertaste, oh, forget about it. I had a bad stomachache when I last had this. And, so yeah, those two are tied for number 6, very bad. Number 5, I don't have either of these in my collection, but they're both zero sugars, and they're both Mountain Dews. Mountain Dew Zero Sugar and Baja Blast Zero Sugar. Now, I hate to put Baja Blast anything on this list, but that was just nasty when I had it last year. I didn't even bother trying it this year. Like, I know they released it in bottles and cans, but like, well, I didn't go to 5 different places to get something I know is going to be nasty. Yeah, no. Mountain Dew Zero Sugar, though, I was able to find relatively easily, and that was even worse than Diet Mountain Dew. Like, the Zero Sugar taste was even more bitter, I thought, and it tasted like, it almost tasted like toothpaste. And it was just not good. And the aftertaste that that was even worse than the Diet Mountain Dew aftertaste, in my opinion. It almost had like, yeah, literally felt like you were drinking, like Mountain Dew flavored toothpaste is pretty much that taste. Like, it was bad. And Baja Blast Zero Sugar, it tasted really sour, and again, a really bad aftertaste. And again, the sugar is what makes Baja Blast great. When you take it out of there, it totally ruins it. Same can be said for really any Mountain Dew. Like, even if they made solar flavored zero sugar, I don't think that would be good, but I don't think it's ever happening. Same with just cherry zero sugar, but that, like I said, that's not happening anytime soon, if ever. So now we're gonna get into number 4. This one I don't have in my collection either, because I was going to save one, but I got it at my mall when I was with my friend a few years ago, and I couldn't even finish it. Like, I had about half of it, and I had to dump that shit out. It was nasty. I had a really bad stomachache after, and that would be Kickstarter Limeade. This tasted like it was a low-calorie lemonade, which is already gross, mixed with Diet Mountain Dew and Mountain Dew Zero Sugar, and it had a diet aftertaste, so it wasn't even diet soda. Go figure. And so, yeah, this is absolutely the worst discontinued Mountain Dew I've ever had, but not the worst discontinued soda I've ever had. But, yeah, this was just not something I want to remember. It was so bad. By far the worst kicks I've ever had. It tasted like, and like, even though lime taste was really, really strong, and just, I don't know, it tasted like a sugar-free drink, it wasn't even sugar-free, like, come on. And it was, I don't remember much of it, because the last time I had it was 3 years ago, but it was awful. So now we're going to number 3. All 3 of these, all my top 3 are Pepsi sodas. Yeah, I like Pepsi more than Coke, yeah, go figure. Plus that Pepsi has made more stupid decisions with their drinks than Coke, we'll get to that. Number 3 is Pepsi Fire. Now, this burned my throat like no other soda ever has, really. And even Cinnamon Coke, I didn't expect that to be very good, but that's a freaking gem compared to this. And I didn't even think Cinnamon Coke was all that great. I was just mid-tier at best. But this, like the hot taste left, it tastes like hot smelly candies, which I absolutely despise, mixed with Pepsi. And like, it was awful. I don't really know anyone who liked this. And, yeah, I had a bad stomach ache after. I couldn't even finish half. I only drank like maybe up to where my finger is. Not much. Yeah, it was terrible. And I sacrificed a pitch black for this, which I was gonna get, but like I decided to get this instead. Don't know what I was thinking that day. This was absolute trash. Now, coming in number 2 is Pepsi Cola Ginger Cola. Ew. This tasted like pepper shake, like Pepsi mixed with pepper shakers. It was awful. Like, I thought Pepsi, I tried this after Pepsi Fire, and I'm like, there's no way it could be worse than that. Damn, was I wrong. This, I also couldn't even finish the whole can. Still a 12 ounce, but it looks, a lot bigger than that, and the gold design. The drink was nowhere near gold, it was more like, yeah, shit color, dare I say. Yeah. This was just awful. Like, whose idea was it to make a ginger flavored Pepsi? And I think that would be good. Like, that was, oh my god. I don't even know how to describe it. That was nasty. And, so yeah. There's really not much I can say about this, but like, yeah, it was terrible. Now we're going to get to number 1. Number 1 was a soda, at least back in 2017. It was only out for the holiday season. It's a Pepsi flavor. And if you guys saw my review, this should be no surprise. Pepsi Salted Caramel. What do I have to say about this? Okay, so, this literally tasted like throw up. I'm not even joking. Like, if you... I literally feel like puking after drinking this. And if you mix Pepsi with milk, this is what you get. Yeah, this tastes like freaking milk. I'm not joking. And, like, I was so sick after having just a third of the bottle. And, like, this by far is the worst soda I've ever had. Worst drink I've ever had, period. I think it's going to stay that way. I hope, anyway. I hope that God, I don't have to try anything worse than that. Like, I don't know whose idea this was. What genius thought of, caramel Pepsi would do good. I mean, that's not alright. Pepsi made a pretty stupid decisions. Like, Coke's never done a ginger flavor. They did do a cinnamon flavor, but that's bad. But they never done a caramel flavor. Like, I mean, berry or mango is one thing, but like caramel, like that's just odd. For a soda, anyway. Like, imagine they caramel Mountain Dew. I would absolutely vomit if they did that, but they're not going to, I don't think. But yeah, Pepsi Ultra Caramel is disgusting. Like, I'm ever feeling that sick after drinking a soda. And like, yeah. Really don't have much to say because I only had it once. I didn't even finish the whole bottle. And even if they bring it back, no plans to try it again. Unless I get a lot of requests to do it, then maybe. But like, otherwise, hell no. So, anyway, that's pretty much it for today. I know this is kind of a gross video, but like, I was inspired to do it, and I don't really have much to do now, especially with school being pretty much over. So, peace out.